Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jenny here, the Uncrafty Crafter, and happy or Merry Christmas Eve. I'm past Jenny, currently filming this, and you're watching future present Jenny. I don't even know, you guys. You're watching this on Christmas Eve. Approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think. So anyway, Merry Christmas. And I hope that you have enjoyed all of these fun Christmas premieres that everyone has started. And I hope that you're able to watch as you can throughout the week or the holiday weekend. So yeah, I'm super excited. At this point in time that I'm watching this with you guys and I'm in the chat, hopefully, then we will be playing a fun little game of Christmas movie quotes. That's my plan, man. And then I will be diamond painting through this video, and I will also be wrapping presents. Talk about multitasking, OMG. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing night. I hope that you have been good and that you're on the good list and not the naughty list. Just saying. So anyway, let's get to some movie quotes. Let me know in the chat, because you know, with these premieres we have this whole chat function that we can do. So hi. Tell me how you're doing in the chat, and I'll tell you how I'm doing in the chat, okay? So I will see you in the chat. I'm gonna switch this camera around, do some diamond painting, read some movie quotes, and see if you guys can guess them. So I'll see you in a minute, just a second. All right, you guys, hi, I'm back. How are you? Okay, so I'm gonna put my other pair of glasses on, and I'm going to apologize right now because I will not be able to diamond paint without my light pad on. There's just no way. So anyway, hi again, I'm back. How are you? Let's find these movie quotes, shall we? Let's find some movie quotes and see if you guys are able to guess. But first, let me pick a color. Let me get a drink of coffee and we'll get started. Okay, so the first color I'm going to pick is, let's go with this L. Yeah, let's do this color. This color right here. So, all right, the first movie quote is, faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to. Tell me in the chat, who said that quote and what movie is it from? Bonus points if you can tell me both who said it and what movie it was said in. The quote again is, faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to. So, let's chat about Christmas, you guys. Since it is Christmas Eve, tell me, besides the quote going on up there, what you have finished and what you still have left to do tonight. Tonight's the night. Tonight is the night. It is so weird saying that because it's not, it is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, because I'm filming this ahead of time. It's really weird. It always throws me off. Throws me off balance, man. So, at this current moment for me, I still have Christmas gifts that are arriving and trying to keep them hid from all the little children. And trying to keep things in order because boxes upon boxes, you know, have shown up. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to keep things squared away and whose box is whose. So it's been a little bit of a train wreck. I'm not even gonna lie. But that's okay. I'll get it all figured out this week. I love the sound of that click whenever you put those diamonds into place. A square. It's amazing. All right, did you guys guess the quote yet? Let's see. The quote again is, faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to. That, I'll give you the answer, is a quote from Fred Gailey from Miracle on 34th Street. I hope you guys got it right. Okay, here's another good quote. Here's the next quote. The thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on. Who said that and what movie? Quote number 2. I'm sure I'll lose track of the quotes here pretty soon, but you know, we can start off being all organized, right, with the quotes. We'll see. So Christmas Eve is always an exciting time, or has always been an exciting time for me. But when I was little, you know how you get the, like, there were 3 days through the year that I can remember having the same, like, butterflies in my stomach kind of feeling. And those 3 days through the year that I would get those, like, so excited butterflies in my stomach kind of feeling was Christmas Eve, because I knew that when I woke up, it was going to be Christmas morning, right? And the other 2 days that I had that same sort of excitement was on my was like the night before my birthday and the night before the first day of school. So, yes. Let's get to this movie quote and see if you guys have guessed it. I'm sure you've already guessed it. Oh, I gotta see one more L. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Okay, so the quote was, I just woke up. Nope. That was not the quote. I lied to you. I read the wrong one. The quote is, the thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on. That is a quote by the conductor on the movie The Polar Express. Okay, next movie quote is, okay, here's the quote. This is extremely important. Will you please tell Santa that instead of presents this year, I just want my family back? Who said that and what movie? Who said it and what movie? I think I'm done with that symbol. Okay, so here's a fun little question for you guys, Just a random, I just see an L right there. OMG. It happens every single time, right? Never fails. Never fails. And I'm one of those that can't just, like, go to the next one. I have to go ahead and get it. You little pea brain outfit. Anyway. So, tell me in the chat, after you have answered the quote, if you know what the quote, who said the quote, what your in your entire life, like from your very first Christmas that you remember to last year's Christmas, what was the best gift and the worst gift that you ever received as a kid or as an adult? Best gift, worst gift. Let me see. I'll go with this symbol here. Okay, so the movie quote that I just read you guys, the quote, "This is extremely important. Will you please tell Santa that instead of presents this year, I just want my family back," is a quote from Kevin McAllister in the Home Alone movie. Yes, that was such a good movie. Such a good movie. All right, let's find another one. Let me find one. Okay, here's one. This movie quote is, "Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it." Who said that and in what movie? All right. So I need to think of my best and worst gift since I asked you guys. Let me see. Best and worst gift. I would have to say my best gift ever was probably I think when I was like 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old, I got my very first ever computer, and it was an IBM. It was a big deal back then. Huge deal. This would have been in like 1987, something like that, maybe. Yeah. Very first computer was a big, ginormous IBM, and I loved it. I used to play Oregon Trail on it all the time. Okay, so the movie quote. The movie quote was, "Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it," is a quote from Jack Skellington in The Nightmare Before Christmas. All right. The next movie quote. Are you guys ready? Dum 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 dum. Okay. The next movie quote is, "I never thought it was such a bad little tree. It's not bad at all, really. Maybe it just needs a little love." Tell me who said that and what movie. Okay, my worst Christmas present, though, let me get back to that. Worst Christmas present ever. I honestly don't even know. Ugh. Oh, okay, I will tell you. Worst Christmas present ever. And this is going to come off as very rude. But I'm just going to be 100% honest here, okay? I don't see any more of this symbol. So I would have to say my answer would have been when I was probably about 5 or 6. At church, we had, I found some more of that symbol. At church, we had, you know, the Christmas play. And after the Christmas play was over, we always did like a little gift exchange. And some of the like older people in the church just bought gifts for the kids, you know, and the kids got to sit around and open gifts. And I opened up a gift, and it was a pair. I got 2 gifts that night. One was a pair of socks, and the other was a pair of like girl stockings, like little girls, you know, tights. And I was like, are you serious with me right now? Are you kidding me right now? So yeah, I know I said I was coming off as rude, and it is rude, but OMG, you guys, really? It just wasn't one of those fun gifts, you know? I mean, there were other kids that were opening up, you know, like Barbie dolls and remote control trucks or cars or Hot Wheels, and I had to leave that church with socks and tights. And I was like, excuse me, I am so offended right now. But anyway, and I do remember like my mom like having to like tell me, you better behave. Basically, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit kind of things, you know? So it was a hard lesson learned, but anyway. Okay. Now, the quote, we'll read it again. I never thought it was such a bad little tree. It's not bad at all, really. Maybe it just needs a little love. Is a quote from Charlie Brown in A Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay, next one. Okay, I like this quote right here. Here's another good quote. Christmas was on its way. Lovely, glorious, beautiful Christmas upon which the entire kid year revolved. Who said that? And in what movie? Who said it and in what movie? All right, now this symbol right here, I always call it the Star Trek symbol. All right, let me see. Let me read this quote again to you guys. Okay, the quote again is, Christmas was on its way. Lovely, glorious, beautiful Christmas upon which the entire kid year revolved. I'm giving you the answer now. That is a quote from Ralphie in A Christmas Story. That one is probably my all-time favorite Christmas movie. I love that movie so much. We call it the You'll Shoot Your Eye Out Kid movie. You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. All right. Now, let's move on to another one. Let's find another one. I'm scrolling through some of the ones that are just kind of meh. Okay, here's one. This quote is, "Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. When he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?" Who said that? And in what movie? Don't you love how I say that each time? I feel like I'm a game show host. I do. I feel like I'm a game show host. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you guys tell me after you answer the quote who you think the quote is from. Tell me in the chat what your favorite Christmas movie is. Since we're talking about movies, tell me what's your favorite Christmas movie. If you could only pick one, you can't choose and say, oh, it's between this one or this one. I need just one. Give me one Christmas movie that is your favorite. I know it's hard to pick. It's hard for me to pick too, because I have a lot of favorites, right? But if I have to pick only one, it would be A Christmas Story. All right. This quote again, one more time. "Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. When he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?" That, my friends, is a quote from dun, 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 Clarence in It's a Wonderful Life. All right. Next quote. This is a fun one. Are you guys ready? Here we go. "The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear." Who said it and in what movie? That's a good one. That's a good one, you guys. That's a good one. Let's find another question for those that aren't playing in the movie quote game here. Let's see. We just talked about, okay, let's talk about Christmas food. Do you do, like, for those of you that celebrate with like your immediate family or with friends or with your extended family, do you have like dinner, like a big, ham or turkey and all the fixins, or do you do something a little different? What do you guys do? Lots of clicking here on these squares. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, that quote, you guys, hold on. The quote one more time is, "The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear." That's a quote from Buddy in the movie Elf. Elf, elf, elf. I love that movie too. La 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 la. All right, next quote. Next quote is, here we go. Ready? The quote is, "What if Christmas," he thought, "doesn't come from a store? What if Christmas perhaps means a little bit more?" Who said that and in what movie? Okay, food. So, yeah, do you guys like go all out like you do for Thanksgiving, like with a ham or turkey or both? Or do you do like, you know, something a little different, like soups, sandwiches, pitch-in dinner? My family, we used to do the whole shebang, ham and turkey and dressing and all the fixins. And then somewhere along the way in the last few years, we got lazy and decided Thanksgiving was plenty. So we gave ourselves a break for Christmas dinner, and we just do like chili. We just make like a big pot of chili, or a couple big pots of chili, because we have a very big family. But this year, my niece's husband is making a smoked pork roast, I guess. Like, but he's gonna shred it, you know, and have like pork barbecue. Oh my God, I cannot wait for that. I am super excited about that. Okay. The quote one more time is, what if Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store? What if Christmas perhaps means a little bit more? That is a quote, my friends, from The Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see. Here's another good one. Okay, the quote is, seeing is believing, but sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see. I wonder if you guys will get that one. I wonder if you guys will get that one. That one is a quote from Jolie's favorite Christmas movie. That's a hint for you guys. If you've hung around here, been around here for very long, then you know what my little girl's favorite Christmas movie is. So that is a hint. But yeah, back to the food stuff. I'm excited about the pulled pork. And Dale is still going to make the chili. And then I'm the one that'll be making all of the treats, the candy and the cookies and the cake and pie and all that stuff. So I'm excited about that. I love to make all the yummy candies and sweets. All right. The quote, seeing is believing, but sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see. That is a quote from the conductor in the Polar Express. All right, and the reason I said that is because that is Jolie's favorite movie. The Polar Express is Jolie's favorite movie. She will watch TV off and on all day. Just depends on what mood she's in, right? But when you put on the Polar Express, her eyes are glued to that TV from beginning to the very end. She loves that movie. All right, you guys, quick break and we're back. So, things have changed a little bit. It's been a little bit of time in between when I stopped and started. Kids, family stuff, right? Okay, so the next quote that I'm going to give you guys is, we elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup. This is an easy one, you guys. This is an easy one. So I'll give you a minute to ponder that one. But I know it won't take you long to get that one. Won't take you long to get that one. I know it won't. Okay, so we talked about food and presents. Here's a question for you guys. For you guys that do have large get-togethers, and you have like a big dinner, what do you do for plates and silverware and cups? Do you use like the fancy like fine china, or do you use regular like dinner plates, or do you go all out and buy the hefty? Do you use disposable dinnerware and silverware and cups? I would love to know that. I would love to know that. It's not something a lot of people think about, but I had a really good friend who, I guess it's just the way he grew up, but he would come over here for the holidays and spend like Thanksgiving and Christmas with our family, because he didn't have any family here in the States. And so he was like family to us, and so he always came to spend the holidays with us. And he would be so super duper offended if you were to like tell him he had to eat on disposable dinnerware, especially with it being a holiday dinner. I mean, any other time, if it was like just a random, you know, lunch and chip, like sandwich and chips, you know, on paper plates, or a picnic or a cookout, he wouldn't care. But the fact that it was Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, it was like a big no, no, no. He's like, oh, no, 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 no. In the first few years, I was like, okay, get a plate out of the cabinet. I don't care, you know. But then finally, one year, he was all like offended about it. And I was like, dude, here's the thing. Unless you want to stay afterwards, you know, if my children are going to eat on a plastic or a foam dinner plate, then so can you. I was going to be like, unless you want to stay and help me do dishes afterwards, then no. No, no. You are not above eating your Christmas dinner on a paper plate, sir. But anyway. So yeah, let me know if you guys do real dinnerware or disposable dinnerware for Christmas dinner. All right, the quote that we were just looking at was, we elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup. That is a quote from Buddy in the movie Elf. All right, next quote. Next quote is... hold on, let me find it. Let me scroll through them. Okay, here's a quote. It's all humbug, I tell you. Who said that? It's all humbug, I tell you. Who said that in what movie? Moving on to the next symbol, you guys. Here's another good this or that kind of question. I'm just thinking of these off the top of my head, right? So that we can have some conversation in between these Christmas movie quotes. And for those who don't watch movies, it's something for you guys to chat about in the chatty section. And I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh, yeah. Your Christmas trees. Does popcorn and cranberries belong on your Christmas tree or not? Do you guys do the strings of popcorn and cranberries on your Christmas trees? Or do you do tinsel? I mean, that's another sort of like debatable Christmas decoration, you know? I've never been one for tinsel. My mom was never one for tinsel. Now, she may have been back before I came along, but I don't really ever remember tinsel on a tree, Christmas tree growing up. Maybe my grandparents, but not my mom and dad's. I don't ever remember our tree having tinsel on it. My mom was probably like, yeah, no, we're not fooling with that mess. No. Tinsel is kind of like back in that time and even now, but tinsel back in the day was like our equivalent to glitter. Like, that's a sin. Glitter is a sin. I mean, unless it's like encased in a pen like this or encased in your fingernails. But loose glitter, no, it's not happening. And that's how I feel about tinsel, and that's how I feel about Easter grass. I don't like Easter grass either. That stuff gets everywhere. And the worst part about the tinsel and the Easter grass is that it gets all wound up in your vacuum cleaner bars and wheels, and it's a no from me. It's a no from me. No, thank you. All right, so this quote, "It's all humbug, I tell you," is a quote from Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. Who got it right? Who got it right? Who got it right? All right. Let's see. The next one. The next one is... This isn't one of the quotes on this movie, but it should be. And I'm going to make this one... I'm not making the quote up. The quote is a quote, but it's not on the website. So, I'm going to do this one because I love saying this anyway, and then you guys tell me who said it and what movie, okay? Okay, and the quote is, "Bye, buddy, and I hope you find your dad." Who said that? And what movie? I kind of gave it away, but yeah. Okay. What's another good debatable this or that for Christmas? Gift bags or wrapped presents? Yeah. What do you prefer to do with your presents? Do you prefer to wrap everything or put everything in gift bags? This was brought up in another chat the other day, and it was very interesting. But I was talking about how when I start wrapping presents, I tend to like go all out for the first little bit, but then after, you know, an hour or sometimes even less time than that, I start losing steam, my back starts hurting, I'm aggravated because I can't find my tape or my pen or my bows or, you know, my ink pen, my name tags. I've lost it. I can't find my scissors. And so, you know, 15, 20 minutes into it, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm over this. Just slap some paper on it and call it a day, right? But, yeah, somebody had said, well, just use all gift bags. And that is a brilliant idea. I love the idea for adults, not so much for children. Like for me, a big part of like enjoying, like the biggest part for me of enjoying Christmas is watching my kids unwrap their presents. You know? Like watching the paper fly. Watching, you know, the kids shred all the paper off the presents and all that kind of stuff. And I love to watch that. It just, I don't know, it makes me happy, even though it's not such a fun thing to have to go through and clean up the mess, right? But, so, yeah, and I don't want to put their presents in gift bags, and theirs are the presents that I have so many of to wrap. You know what I mean? So, but, yeah. Oh, okay, so back to the quote. The, bye, buddy, hope you find your dad, is the narwhal in the movie Elf. Whenever Buddy is getting ready to leave the North Pole to go to New York City to find his dad. So, anyway, I love that quote. Okay, here's a quote. Are you ready for this one? The quote is, "This house is so full of people it makes me sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone." Who said that and what movie? "This house is so full of people it makes me sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone." Next debatable question. I'm keeping you guys hopping in the chat, right? We go back and forth. I keep bouncing back and forth between quotes and these yay or nay or debatable Christmassy things. Cranberry sauce or no? Do you do cranberry sauce or no? I'm not even going to lie when I tell you, I don't think that I've ever even tried cranberry sauce. Nope. We never have it at our Christmas dinners. Never, ever, ever, ever. Now, I'm not saying that we have never. I just don't remember ever having it. And I don't know if my mom used to have it, but like when I was younger, but no, we don't ever have it. I don't know what it tastes like. I mean, I know what cranberries taste like, but I don't know what cranberry sauce tastes like. And it just kind of grosses me out because I don't know if people even make the stuff homemade, but from what I see, it's a can and you plop it out of a can. And it's got the grooves in it where it's been in the can and it's like jellified. And people just like slice it up and eat it like that. I don't get it. I don't understand. What do you do with it? Why do you eat it? Like, how do you eat it? Are you supposed to heat it up and cook it? Is it supposed to get like soft or liquidy or I don't know. Why isn't it just called cranberry jello? I don't know. Is it sweet? Is it tart? I don't know. I know nothing about it. Not a thing. Okay, so the quote is, "This house is so full of people it makes me sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone." That is a quote from Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Quote from Kevin McAllister. Okay. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay. The next quote is, "What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a talking snowman before?" Tell me where that one, who said it and what movie it came from. Okay, I have another debatable Christmas question. As far as Christmas lights go on your tree or your house or your decorations outside, well, no, I take that back because there could be different answers to this. I mean, the same person could have different answers. So let's go with just a Christmas tree, okay? Just your Christmas tree in your house when you decorate it. The question is, white lights or colored lights? Which do you prefer? That is like a huge argument every year in so many households. I remember growing up, because my mom always had just white lights. And I remember when I was growing up, I would always say, "Mom, can we put colored lights on? They're so much prettier." Because they were so fun, you know? All the different colors. But then, as I got older, and I started, I got old enough and had my own home and my own Christmas tree to decorate. Yeah. I will give you one guess what color lights I went with. And if you guessed colored, you would be wrong. I went with just the plain white lights. And have done white lights the whole time I've been married. So, yeah, I don't know why I decided to go with white. I think that my initial, like when I had my first tree, and I was like, okay, what color lights am I going to put on this tree? Am I going to do white lights or am I going to do the multicolored lights? And I was like, okay, let's do white lights. And I think the reason is because it was comfortable. And it reminded me of home, So, yeah, I think that's why. And then I just always stuck to it. But as a kid, yeah, I was always like, "Mom, let's get colored lights. Let's get colored lights." Because I would go to friends' houses and, or the Christmas trees outside around town would be different colors. And I just always thought that they were so pretty. And they are pretty, don't get me wrong. I love colored lights too, even now. But I still just prefer a plain white light Christmas tree. So, let me get a drink of coffee real quick. Okay, before I get my drink of coffee, we'll go ahead and answer the quote. The quote was, "What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a talking snowman before?" That was a quote from Sam the Snowman in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Okay. This is a pretty shade of green. This is DMC 913. Pretty. And the tray I'm using is from Gabs 3D on Etsy. I love my tray, you guys. It's my new obsession. I love it a bunch. And I want all the colors. Okay, so the quote. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one. And the quote is, "Save the neck for me, Clark." Oh, God. You'll have to tell me who said it and what movie. I think that part of the phrase gives the movie away, but do you remember who it is that says that? That's the question. That's the question. Oh, my furnace is kicking on, and it's literally right here in the space where I'm at, and it literally sounds like a helicopter getting ready to take off. It is so loud and so obnoxious, and I'm so sorry. But it is cold outside today, and this furnace is like working overtime. It's working overtime. All right, so save the neck for me, Clark. That is that is a quote from the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation movie, and it was Cousin Eddie who said it. All right, I need to be keeping an eye on time because I don't want to go over too much. We'll do another one or two. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, I'm going to try to say it the same way that this person says the quote, okay? So here's the quote. "Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me." Who said it and what movie? The movies and the characters are a lot of repeats, but I mean it's because there's only so many Christmas movies, right? Ones that I'm familiar with and that most people would be familiar with anyway. "Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me." Yeah, that's such a good movie. All right, you guys, I'm giving you the quote now, or the answer to the quote is Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Yep. All right, you guys, one more. We're going to have one more, and then we're calling it done, okay? So here's the last quote. All right. The quote is, "Meatloaf, double beatloaf. I hate meatloaf." Who says that and in what movie? Before I give you the answer, I do want to just tell you guys that I hope that you've had an amazing, I know I said this at the beginning, but I hope you have an amazing Christmas Eve, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas day. I love you guys, and I am thinking of you and praying for you and wishing for a happy and a healthy new year. So, but please, if you are alone this holiday and you don't have someone to spend it with, reach out to someone. I mean, there's so many of us in the community that you can reach out and just say, hey, and I'm sure that any of us, me included, would love to lend an ear, So, but all right, the answer to the question, or to the quote, meatloaf's meatloaf, double beatloaf, I hate meatloaf, is Randy Parker, Little Randy from A Christmas Story. My favorite Christmas movie. It is. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. The person that is next in line in the Christmas premieres, I forgot to look to see who it is, but they're coming up right behind me. So I thank you for joining me, and I hope that it was a little bit entertaining. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye, guys.